good morning to you all. I hope you guys are doing very well today and you're ready to start your day with me, Wtm and Shahzad Khan. But we've changed it up for you because we are in pre-Eid celebrations and Shahzad is actually outside of the studio. He is at, it's a surprise actually. So when I throw it over to him, you can find out exactly what he's doing and it is rather fun. And I'm kind of jealous that he gets to go out and about and I get to be stuck here. But that's still wonderful because we've been joined by some wonderful guests to get you guys prepared for Eid. It's almost here. People are getting their clothes ready. They're getting their food ready. They're trying to figure out what kind of menu they're going to have over the weekend, which does involve a lot of meat. So let's see if we can get some ideas on how we're going to spend our Eid weekend, but also we're going to be in conversation with someone who spent their Eid in multiple Muslim countries. Our guest has spent Eid in Indonesia, in Singapore, in Lebanon, and now in Pakistan. He has been a chef for over 25 years. He is the executive chef at the Islamabad Marriott Hotel, and his name is none other than Thomas Figo. Assalamualaikum, hello. Good morning.
Assalamualaikum. Thank you.
You have a difficult surname. I'm sorry.
Yes, I think we skipped this, Chef Thomas Vigoft, and you just call me Chef Thomas.
Wonderful, yay, Chef Thomas. So let's start. So welcome to Pakistan. You've been here for 5.5 months now.
Yeah, thank you.
You already spent one Eid here, Eid al-Fitr,
yes,
after Ramadan. How was that? Because now you're coming up to your second one.
The Ramadan was very interesting because this is, as you mentioned before, I was in several countries where there's a big Muslim population, but not always the majority. So in some countries it's still mixed, but the experience here was very interesting because really the whole life changed. Everything comes a little bit over lunch to a standstill, and in the evening you are very busy in your hotel because we need to take care in the evening of all the requirements. But it was very interesting, but even for myself I sometimes had to adjust my life because I could not go anywhere at lunch and I could not find a place to eat. But I enjoy it. I think the celebrations here are very nice, and on the end of Ramadan we had a lot of activities in the hotel, so it was nice.
Okay, excellent. And so now we're coming to Eid al-Adha, and you know, this is it's the festival of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And people are, you know, you've probably seen the goats and the camels and the cows everywhere. And
yes, and I also have seen the prices going up. So there are already many effects and a lot of problems with our supplies. But,
oh, really? Okay.
We also have to make a lot of arrangements because what's happening in the market now, everybody is buying his meat. So there's really effect on the market.
Okay, so now that's one thing that a lot of our viewers will be going through as well. And
Yeah.
that's one of my co-hosts actually. He's going to be helping you guys out, so you need to stay tuned for this little surprise. Okay, now you said that you spent Eid in other Muslim countries. So you've spent one Eid here. You're waiting for the second Eid here. In the other countries, how were your experiences? So, for example, Indonesia, Singapore, and Lebanon, I guess they're all very varied within themselves.
Yeah.
Like the foods especially.
Exactly. What I learn here now in Pakistan is that when I speak about Beirut and Lebanon, everybody is very interested in the Lebanese food.
Yes.
And I think
lots very interested.
And we all know that now in Eid it's a lot about meat, but the people also should look what is the Lebanese food. There's a lot of salads, what you can mix up. And I think we have a little bit of health trend, and not everybody want after Eid be double my size. And there's a lot of dishes. You know, you can make a nice hummus maybe with your meat. Let the meat part be the main dish, and then what is the subsidize? And you not always need to eat the meat. You can subsidize a little bit with the salad, so that you go a little bit more healthier.
Okay.
You know, the fattoush salad, and you have hummus. Now you can make hummus with so many things. When I was in Lebanon, they make the hummus with the red beet, with carrots, with lentils.
Really?
There's a lot of seeds now in the market because people want to eat also a little bit healthier.
Yeah.
I think this trend has slowly come into Pakistan, but when I talk to our customer and clients, I can see there are more and more requests.
Okay, I was going to add, that was actually my next question, but you answered it already, that how does the food vary here? We are a very carnivorous country.
The same as me. So
yeah,
that's why I like it here.
Okay, excellent. Great. So now when you mentioned hummus and fattoush salad is one of the alternatives. But okay, so that's Lebanon. And you know, a lot of people in Pakistan know about Lebanon. But maybe we don't know as much about Indonesia or Singapore. So what are the kind of foods available there? And what about the special dishes that they made on Eid? Was it also meat-based?
Yeah, I mean, the traditional cutting of the lamb, that was also done in Indonesia. From my experience, it was done, they did not kill too many cows, but more in the lamb, and also sharing and do family dinner.
Yes.
But from the stories, what I'm told here, I think here you do it wonderfully, that you share it with everybody, that you take care of the poor people. And some people say that the people who are not so fortunate really are taken care of in this time. And I think this is the great spirit. If you talk food, you know, in Indonesia, it's different food. It's different than Lebanon, different than Middle East. They have a very nice rice dish, because here in North Pakistan, I know your favorite is biryani.
Yeah.
But
we love our rice, yes.
But if you're boring of your biryani, or you say, now I've eaten 3 days lamb biryani or beef biryani, there's a very nice nasi goreng, you know. It's where you cook it a little bit in the wok, but you also can cook in a pot, where you have your rice dish with Asian spices, ginger, lemongrass, a little bit carrot, and they put egg inside. And this you eat normally with satay, you know. You make the little skewer of beef and of chicken, and on top you put the nice fried egg. So that's nasi goreng. It's a very nice dish. I always like it, and it's very special.
And that sounds very tasty. That sounds really interesting with the egg on top as well.
And there's another very nice dish, you know, the tail from the cow. It's a favorite in Indonesia. It's they make a big soup, but you have the meaty parts. They cook it for hours, again with ginger, a little bit nutmeg and cinnamon, a little bit the flavor here actually in this soup. And this you eat then with potatoes and rice on the side. So
does the tail, do you eat the tail?
Yes, come on. Oxtail is good.
Yeah. Okay.
We are not yet in Singapore or China, okay? We are not talking about cats and dogs.
Okay, just checking, just checking. No, I mean, people eat very interesting things here. They eat everything as well here.
Exactly.
They have their special dishes here, and I don't know the names of them in English, so and I can't describe them because I'll probably get fired. So now, moving on. You've experienced the cultures. You said already that you've noticed a difference here.
Yeah.
So I mean, for yourself, you celebrated in each of these countries. So are you planning to celebrate in Pakistan this year?
You know, there comes a little bit, how can I say, in the hospitality, it's not always easy to celebrate. This year, because I'm traveling alone here in Pakistan, I have decided to give my seniors off, and I will be in the hotel and do the shift.
That's very kind of you.
But I'm sure we will sit down with the people and have a special meal. Actually, we have already planned for this. We will have a special meal in our cafeteria, and we'll also do a big biryani and a nice lamb dish. So there will be a nice celebration.
Excellent. And I just now this is just a random question. Like with certain celebrations, the pressure is on to make sure that the menu and the food tastes really good, because you don't want anyone to have a bad time or be upset with the. How do you ensure the quality of the food? Like you said, you're already having trouble. And
exactly. We in the hotel have a very good system, but sometimes I send my butcher. We have a big butchery that's working 10 people. And then I take the head butcher and I even send him to the supplier to choose the young lamb and goats we need to bring them in the hotel.
Okay.
They come then fresh in the hotel. If we store them, then we freeze them, but only in our environment. We don't buy anything frozen outside on the market.
Okay.
We buy the fresh one, for sure in big bulk, and then store them on our systems. And there is a good system in place.
Okay.
But as I say, we also feel the waves from the special demand now in the market. And that's every year the same. So we have certain mechanism in place to overcome this, but we can feel what's happening in the market. There's celebration, and every house will cut animal.
Yeah. Okay. Now, regarding the quality control, you said there's a good system, but it's the weather is very strange. You know, the Eid is hitting in that time of year where it's still very humid. The monsoon kind of is. I don't know what's happening with the weather. Actually, I mean, it rains one minute, the next minute it's sunny. Regarding this, I mean, all these foods, and especially in this Eid, it's very heavy. Meat is a very heavy, like
Yes.
especially the lamb and the mutton
that's
and
true.
whatnot. Is there after all your traveling and all, 25 years of experience, is there anything like maybe that will make the food not feel so heavy? Because I mean, people want to wake up on Sunday and not be like, oh my gosh.
Well, if you eat too much, that cannot be the fault of the chef.
No.
But you see, if you feel heavy, there's dishes what you maybe cook next day. Or my advice, especially here because it's available, you know, the Kerala, the pitagurt.
Yes, gorilla.
What is even myself, if I feel too heavy and I want to bring my blood pressure under control, I drink 2-3 glasses for always in the morning. I mix it with turmeric and I drink it. And I think this refreshes the blood.
Excellent.
But if you don't like this, you can also make for the lunch, you put your meat aside and you cook a curry or you stuff the Kerala.
Okay.
There are so many nice dishes here with the Kerala. It is a little bit bitter, that's the only issue.
Very few people have a taste for that.
Yeah, but you need to get over this.
Okay.
And then I think you can adjust.
So basically, we need to stop being babies and so demanding and set in our ways. We need to step outside the box.
No, I think it's a yin-yang. You know, when you eat too much, the next day you need to, for that, eat the pitagurt. So, or you eat less, so you don't need the pitagurt.
No,
so
no,
it's,
absolutely.
It's a yin-yang.
Okay, and now just before we wrap up, because we have to let you go as well. That's the meat aspect of it. You know, that's the main dishes. You've given some great ideas and great insight into different countries. Regarding desserts, is there anything in particular that over your time has stood out? That's a very vague question.
Yeah, it's a very, because to compare the countries. But I mean, in Lebanon, they are most advanced and creative people.
Okay.
So I saw a lot of nice dessert there. One or the other one I also brought here already. You know mafruke, for example, where you have sweet breadcrumbs. You put a little bit of rose water.
Yep.
Then you put the asta, this fresh cheese, but we can see what is here in the local market. You put it on the plate, and then you put the cheese, and then the people eat this. This is a very nice dessert. But I think we have a little bit, even it's Eid, we always buy cakes. So I hope, but...
So many cakes everywhere.
But we should not forget about the Oriental dessert, you know, nice baklava, the kudu, mafruke. I think it's not so many things available, but I think it's also a nice trend because there are a lot of things happening. I mean, outside in Middle East, in Dubai, in Lebanon, a lot of new things coming up. And the latest trend is that actually the Oriental dessert is also mixing with the French dessert. This is one of the latest trends.
Okay.
Certain things we are doing now, and it's coming up. So I think it's interesting, and the people should look out for things like this.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure, and
Thank
I
you.
hope best of luck for your Eid weekend as well.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, guys. So that was Executive Chef Thomas. And he was here talking about Eid and how it is in different Muslim countries. But now we're going to go for a short break. And when you come back, I'm going to have a new guest in the studio to discuss something very important, which is linked to Shazad. So stay tuned, guys. It's getting very interesting.
The largest cultural activity in Pakistan is the annual National Folk Festival, Lok Mela, held in Islamabad in October each year. Over the past 2 decades, this festival has taken on an international flavour, and more than 20 different countries have sent their artisans and performers to participate in the festival. Nationally, the festival has become a thing of pride for artisans and performers who come on their own to participate. Most important of all, the provinces of Pakistan and Azad Jammu and Kashmir put up beautifully decorated pavilions, and visitors had the unique opportunity to see an assortment of Pakistan's traditionally rich culture in the federal capital of Islamabad for an exciting 10 days. An exhibition of artisans at work under the banner of the Heritage Museum forms the core of this festival. Pavilions of each province depict their own regional culture and crafts. The Research and Media Centre of Lok Virsa arranges groups of dancers that perform all over the festival grounds, inviting visitors to join in, and in the evening arranges music concerts from all parts of Pakistan. This festival is a true depiction of the diversity found in Pakistani culture. Fairs and Festivals of Pakistan.
Welcome back, everyone. And before the break, we were with Executive Chef Thomas. He was just discussing his experience in different countries for Eid. But now, actually, Shahzad is not here, but he is on the show. He's actually not roughed it, that's really actually mean. He's actually taken the time with my producer to go to the Bakra Mandi, which is where you buy all the different sheep, goats, lamb,
cattle,
cows, camels, everything. You can buy everything there. So Shahzad is actually there. He is looking around. He's going to give you some advice. He's going to show you what's happening there. But before we throw it over to him, we have been very lucky. We've been joined by Dr. Tausif Ahmed. He is a veterinary officer at the Livestock and Daily Development for the provincial government. Assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
So before we throw it over to Shahzad, so that all our viewers can understand, we're going to be discussing the different diseases these animals can have, yes, the symptoms that they can carry, they can show, and what are the consequences if we don't look after it. So, Dr. Tausif, because we've got limited time, because we have to give it to Shahzad, what are the different diseases that people should be looking out for in these animals during this Eid?
First, I want to tell you that there are two major categories regarding the diseases.
Okay.
And if animal is having a zoonotic disease, zoonotic means that is transferable to from animals to humans. So we must worry about when animal is contracting or animal is having a zoonotic disease.
Okay.
So
okay, wait. So let me make it. Zoonotic disease is anything that can go from animal to human.
Yes.
Okay, guys, got that? Right.
Yes, and if disease is not non-zoonotic, that is not transferable to humans, so we should not much worry about.
Okay. Now, before we just delve into this, can non-zoonotic diseases, are they still safe to eat, these animals?
Yes, non-zoonotic diseases are not, not disease of humans,
okay,
not disease of humans, but they deteriorate the condition of animal, and, and ultimately production loss is there.
Okay, so now just give us a list quickly of what kind of non-zoonotic diseases animals can have, which people don't need to worry about?
Yes, in non-zoonotic diseases, animals can have hemorrhagic septicemia, foot and mouth disease, and these are the examples of non-zoonotic diseases. When we come to the Crimean Congo fever and babesiosis, brucella, brucellosis, these are the diseases which are zoonotic.
And they sound incredibly scary. So what are they all and what are the dangers?
What are the dangers? There are many dangers. When first I will explain the brucellosis.
Okay, yeah, let's work through the diseases.
Yes. First is brucellosis. Brucellosis is a disease that is bacterial. You know, this is an infection and zoonotic, transferring from animals to humans.
Okay, how is it transferred? How, just by touching it?
Yes, just by touching. And
Shazad, be careful.
When you are eating uncooked or semi-cooked meat, so these are much transferable to humans. And when you are contacting the fluids of animals, that is saliva, that is milk, and that is the urine, and these fluids are also a factor for transferring the diseases to humans.
Wow, gosh, this is learning so much. Now, okay, so what are the symptoms for this? What's the name of this one again?
Brucellosis.
Brucellosis. Okay, so brucellosis, what are the symptoms?
Symptoms in humans are that you feel muscular fatigue, and female can abort sporadically.
Oh no, okay.
Yes.
But in animals, what are the signs?
In animal sides, there are hell of abortions when this disease is contracting in a farm animals.
Okay.
Yes.
But no, okay, so now that's the thing though, then the farmer will know who has these diseases, right? Because they'll not be able to carry a child. But in the Bakra Mandi,
yes.
If say for example, I'm going, how can I tell if it has
No, first
brucellosis.
Brucellosis. Yes.
How do you tell?
One thing I must tell you to you and people, that if animal is severely ill, it's much compulsory that seller will not take it to the mandi.
Okay.
So, and after that,
so there are some people do have the, you know, they're not bad people, they won't take it.
Yes, they can take it, but first there is a lot of hue and cry about Congo fever last year and this year also. So for the prevention of these things, our department in Punjab under the
we'll get to that in a moment.
Yes.
But let's first focus, because people right now are going to these mandis, these markets, and they're buying animals.
Yes.
Now, not all sellers are as honest and, you know, clean-hearted, pure-hearted as everyone else. There are certain viruses or diseases that are within these Bakra Mandis. Now, this Congo virus you're talking about, if an animal suffers from it, what are the symptoms? What can we see? How can we tell?
No, one thing people must consider, and if animal is having ticks, that is in vernacular language, we used to call this chichard.
Okay.
If animal is having ticks, people must not buy.
Okay.
Yes.
And how can we tell they've got ticks?
Yes, no, that is easily visible amongst on the animals in the perineal region and on the brisket and on the body and in ears.
Okay.
Yes.
And we are going to be showing, you know, there are images hopefully as well, and if God, I hope Shazad doesn't find one like that, but we'll try and show you some imagery there. Okay. Now, regarding the Congo virus, tell us about this.
Congo virus is a viral disease that is much zoonotic. It can be, it can be transferred from animals to humans.
Okay.
But we strived a lot to rescue people from this.
Okay.
Last year, I think so, in Rawalpindi division, there were many cases, but I don't think so that there is any report of one case, single case in this division on this Eid.
Okay, excellent.
We have deployed, and we have deployed many officers there in every sale point Bakra Mandi.
Okay.
Yes, they spray, and there is a medicine which is known as Seguan and Delta, and they are spraying this medicine for prevention of ticks.
Okay, so this is being done on a provincial level, correct?
Yes, that is being done on the provincial
level. So, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, whoever's in charge and supposed to be looking after your area, they really need to be taking, you know, care and consideration. And that's wonderful that there's people that are keeping an eye on making sure there's no diseases. Now, apart from the tick-borne diseases, you've also said about the Congo virus, which you guys are controlling. But I still want to know, what are the signs of an animal suffering from this?
Yes, if animal is suffering from this disease, Crimean Congo fever, full name of this disease is Crimean Congo fever, and that is much related to the area in Eastern Europe, that is Crimea. Yes, so it is, and symptoms are that animal will feel lethargic first. It will have muscular pain. It can have diarrhea. And these are the symptoms which are easily found in the animals ill of this Crimean Congo fever.
Okay.
Yes, and when this disease is contracted to humans, humans also feel these same things, these same symptoms. There can be pain in the vertebral column.
Okay.
There can be diarrhea, but in humans there is addition of one condition, that is nausea and vomition. Vomition can be there in humans. So these are the symptoms which are any patient of Crimean Congo fever will experience.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, and now, because we actually ran out of time, but thank you so much for being here. It's been very informative. When one themselves is going to the market, the mandi, what should they do? Should they wear masks, gloves, like?
Yes.
Are there any precautionary measures, or there's no need?
Yes, of course there are precautionary measures. First, that we are spraying.
Okay.
First and the final thing, that we are spraying medicine for this ticks and Congo fever.
Okay.
First, and other thing, if peoples are going there, people must not get much attached to the animals, because first they are stressed because of the transportation. They are being taken from various far diseases to these sale points and mandis, and first they must not attach themselves to the, and they can wear masks. They should wear masks, and because these viral diseases, every viral disease that is airborne and can be transmitted when you are breathing in airs.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Tasif, for being on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure and very informative. And now hopefully Shahzad is wearing a mask and gloves. Otherwise, you're not going to be allowed back on this sofa on Tuesday. But guys, Shahzad is at the Bakra Mandi. He is going to take over and wrap up the show for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it with me. We had Chef Thomas and we had Dr. Tasif telling us about what to do over Eid, how to protect yourself, what kind of different foods there are. It was a mixture of both. But with that, Shahzad, take it away. I hope you be safe.
All right, Ma, thank you very much for tossing it on to me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am in Islamabad, Bakra Mandi, which is in I-12, and it took me almost half an hour to come to this place because of the fact that, there's quite a lot of construction going on Kashmir Highway. So please make sure that if you want to come over here, come from the other side, which is right next to Metro, I guess. So, I think that's going to be more convenient. Well, somehow we have made it over here, Maha, and I think, in fact, I wish that you should have been here. It's very hot over here. And ladies and gentlemen, just few quick tips. And for example, if you're coming to the mandi, there are many airborne diseases because of the fact that there's so many animals. Anybody can be infected with all of those airborne diseases. So what you have to do is that you have to take some precautionary measures, and those precautionary measures include, first of all, wearing gloves and a mask. Bring it over here. So I'm all good to go now. Looks like as if I'm here to do a surgery, but it's perfectly all right. You just have to check whether the audio is perfect or not. And then another quick tip, that is that, when people come over here, they obviously come with quite a lot of money. So always keep your wallet in the front pocket. And yeah, with gloves, it's a bit difficult, but I'm still going to do it. Wait. Yeah, so all good, all secure. I'm good to go now. And the challenge I have today is that I've got 50,000 rupees and I need 2 goats. And how do we purchase a goat? What things to check, which breed to buy. I think these are the things which I'll be telling you today. And this is what the motive is. So let's roll. That's where we have to go. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the mandi. And obviously, it's not a very easy job to find a goat for sacrifice or sacrificial reasons. But as a matter of fact, whatever rules which apply to the goats apply to the cows too as well. And you're allowed to sacrifice a goat, you're allowed to sacrifice a cow, you're allowed to sacrifice a camel too. So first of all, what we're going to do is that we're going to dig into the bakra business, which is the goat business, and we'll ask them how much it is for. And then I'll tell you all of those mandatory things which you have to check before you buy a goat for sacrificial reasons. Let's go. All right, quite a lot of cows, and you have to be very careful about the cows because they buck. So, you do not want to get injured. And while coming to the mandi, please make sure that you wear joggers, because even if they get dirty, they'll be fine. The terrain is not very plain. So let's go, let's see, let's talk to these guys. अस्सलाम वालेकुम प्यारे भाई।
वालेकुम सलाम।
क्या हाल है आपका?
ठीक ठाक।
कहाँ से आए हैं आप?
लैया से।
लैया। So this guy is from लैया। ये बकरे सारे आपके?
जी।
कितना क्या रेट चल रहा है बकरे का?
मुख्तलिफ रेट है।
मुख्तलिफ रेट है। दोंदे हैं? दोंदे आपके पास?
जी बिल्कुल।
2 दोंदे चाहिए।
देखें।
पहले दिखाएं ना। ये दोंदा है? Okay, so now you guys have to come closer so that you can actually see whether it's a donda or not. I think that, you know, it's in the 3rd year. So donda means that the goat is actually 1 year old and or probably growing. And then the choga means, which is 4 bigger teeth. It's 1.5. And then the chega means probably 3 years old or 2 years old. So you do not want to buy a very old goat because of the fact that, you know, when the meat goes into the cooking, it's very hard to, you know, cook that meat because the meat itself is very hard. So you have to put it in the pressure cooker and whatnot. So, 2 donde chahiye bhai, nikalein. And then I'll tell you what to do. So,
2 माह का होता है।
2 माह का जी फर्क होता है. This is what they are saying. But you know, everybody has got their own priority. They want to buy what they feel is good. So when I was a kid and I used to go out with my grandfather to purchase goats, he always preferred donde. So donda means 1 year old or 1.5 year old. I think that's what it is. We do not want to go beyond this age because the meat is delicious. Yeah, that's a donda. कितने पैसे मांग रहे हैं आप इसके? ये तो सर 36,000 मांग रहे हैं। So ये दोनों के?
नहीं
अच्छा इसके दिखाएं इसके।
उसके दाम दिखाओ यार।
Yeah, that's a donda too. So you know, when you see 2 bigger teeth right in the middle of the, you know, entire jaw, that means that, you know, obviously the goat is 1 year old. And then you have to make them walk either to check whether they are limping or they are injured or something of that sort. Chakkar lagwaएं ज़रा एक. Yeah, so the walk too is fine. Yeah, nobody's limping. ये दवाई क्यों लगाई हुई है इनको?
कहाँ रंग है सर ये निशानी के लिए।
Okay, so what they do is that half of the time people get confused of the fact that, you know, it might probably be a medicine on the head or wherever, but it's not like that. What they do is that they put colors because in Bakra Mandi the goats get lost, so they know that these are their goats. आखिरी कितने पैसे इसके?
किसके सर? सर इसका 45 और उसका 38।
आखिरी?
फाइनल इसका 35 और इसका 40। फाइनल लगा।
Just because there are a few more days to eat, so you know they can, obviously it's their thing, they can ask for whatever money they want. हमारी last offer है, last, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं, 50,000 रुपए दोनों के।
नहीं सर। नहीं सर।
Okay, so that means that you have obviously have to walk on to another stall as well. So let's see, let's ask people whether they think that the rates are high or low. So I think it's going to be quite a lot of tough time for me. All right, let's go. ये नस्ल कौन सी है?
जी सर ये राजनपुर के देसी बटोरे हैं।
Okay, these are desi batoras, which means that these are desi bakras, and they're from Rajanpur too as well. Rajanpur is very far away. Thank you very much for coming over here. बहुत शुक्रिया।
ये देख रहे हैं कि पास लेने भी हैं आप?
लेने हैं ना?
लेने हैं तो फिर रेट क्या हो ना?
तो रेट मैंने आपको बताया 50,000 फाइनल अभी कैश।
बहुत कम है सर।
50,000। See, this is another thing over here.
सर बात सुने ना, हम इसे बच्चों की तरह
Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, what happens over here is whenever you're going to go to a Bakra Mandi, so quite a lot of vendors are going to jump in. Because as a matter of fact, I don't know whether they take commission or what, but all of them, they're going to get together and then they're going to try to make you fall into a deal as well. So one will say, oh, no, you know, not this much amount. And then the other will say, oh, that's fine. So it's a good cop, bad cop business, and this is how the deal goes on. But eventually what you have to do is that since it's for Sunnah Ibrahimi, so what you need to do is that you need to probably purchase a goat which you think is beautiful, is pretty. And, you know, while, you know, at the very moment when you think that, you know, you're about to sacrifice, your heart does not allow you to, you know, probably, oh my God, man, this is such a beautiful animal, I'm not doing that. So I think this is the real sentiment of sacrifice too. But I think we'll move around. You know, you just cannot come to the first stall, make a deal, go back or move around, check, and then you can obviously come back. Okay, purchasing goats, you know, and looking for a good one is definitely not an easy job. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to jump into a cage, so that at least I can look for a goat which I think is suitable for me. Okay, and obviously, you know, while you're in the mandi, you obviously want the biggest and the tallest goat, with quite a lot of meat on it. For example, this one. But once you're going to ask its money, you won't feel like buying it. Assalamu alaikum. कोई है भाई? उस्ताद जी धुंध है चौका है? इधर आओ ना. धुंध है चौका?
चौका जी.
चौका जी खाओ जरा. बड़ा लग रहा है उससे भी. अच्छा उस्ताद जी इधर से कितने पैसे मांग रहे हो?
इधर 1,10,000 जी.
1,10,000 rupees. See, so our budget is 50 and we need to buy 2 goats. So we cannot do that, obviously. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to be very careful about these things because if one of these is going to go set free, it will be very difficult for you to probably stay safe. And these are the things which happens. Be very careful. Be very careful. ये दुम्बे आपके हैं सर?
जी.
ये धोंदा है, चोगा है, कौन सी नस्ल है, क्या है, जरा बताइएगा. थोड़े से पीछे हो जाए ताकि हम सब दिखा सकें.
ये इसकी नस्ल है तुर्की नस्ल है.
तुर्की नस्ल?
जी तुर्की नस्ल है.
This is a Turkish breed which he says or claims to, and then he's saying that he's going to sell it for 50,000 rupees. अच्छा चाचा सही से बताएं, जब कोई बंदा आता है खरीदारी करने
जी
तो जान के रेट ऊपर बताते हैं ताकि बहस मुबाइशे में नीचे आ जाए.
ये एक दफ़ा सर कहते हैं कि इसकी कितनी कीमत है, कीमत बताते हैं तो कहते हैं मोहब्बत प्यार कितना होगा, मोहब्बत प्यार से अभी देंगे कितने. 3 बातें हैं. हम जनाब जो खरीद कर के लाते हैं उससे भी कम कीमत लगाते हैं.
सही है
जी.
So what he's trying to say over here is that whenever people come and say that okay, how much is it for, then they tell them that this is the price we're going to sell it for. So what the point he's trying to make over here is that what happens is that we genuinely whatever price we have paid for the goat, people say lesser to that, and then that's why the deal does not get through. अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
वालेकुम सलाम.
प्यारे भाई क्या नाम है आपका?
मेरा नाम अब्दुल अकबर है भाईजान.
अकबर भाई क्या लेने आए हैं?
हम तो वेड़ा लेने आए भाईजान.
वेड़ा लेने आए हैं?
हाँ.
क्या रेंज क्या आपकी वेड़ा लेने की?
ये हमने लिए 1,00,000 तकरीबन 32,000 रुपए का.
आपने ले लिया माशाल्लाह?
जी ले लिया अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
दोंदा है?
दो चौका है.
चौका लिया है?
जी जी.
बड़ी अच्छी आपको माशाल्लाह डील मिली. आपके ख्याल में मंडी इस दफा महंगी है, सस्ती है या गुजारा है?
बहुत अच्छी मंडी है जी. हर किस्म का माल खड़ा है. हर आदमी अपने मर्जी से ले. अच्छा जानवर लेना, खूबसूरत लेना, 1.5 लाख पौने 2 लाख का मिलेगा. थोड़ा कम लेने तो आपको 85,000 रुपए का भी मिल जाएगा.
आपने बहुत खूबसूरत ली. अल्लाह की कुर्बानी कबूल करे. आमीन सुमा आमीन. अब इसको लेके कैसे जाएंगे? सुजुकी में?
सुजुकी में लेके जाएंगे इंशाल्लाह. सुजुकी में 600 रुपए लेता है फौजी कॉलोनी तक.
सही है.
हाँ जी.
600 पे?
600 पे.
सुजुकी वाले पैसे ज्यादा तो नहीं मांग रहे?
बहुत ज्यादा ले रहे हो. 200 रुपए का जाता है भाईजान.
सही है.
हाँ.
तो और अभी बच्चे खुश होंगे ये बैल देख के?
बच्चों की वजह से लिए भाईजान. वैसे तो ये तकरीबन 1,20,000 रुपए से ऊपर का नहीं है लाख का.
अच्छा इनसे भाई से पूछते हैं, आपके ख्याल में सही डील हो गई है या गुजारिश ही हुई है?
हमारे हिसाब से तो गुजारिश हुई है अभी.
इसने तो पैसे कमा लिए तो खुद कहेगा.
Okay, so the vendor himself has actually sold his animal and now he's saying that I think that your deal was very so. बहुत मुबारक हो अकबर भाई.
मेहरबानी भाई.
अल्लाह आपकी कुर्बानी कबूल करे. अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
वालेकुम सलाम.
अरे भाई क्या नाम है आपका?
अमीर मोहम्मद भाई.
अमीर भाई कहाँ से आए हैं?
चौक आजम से, जिला लिया.
चौक आजम जिला लिया. ये बकरे आपके हैं?
आपके हैं.
2 दोंदे चाहिए सर हमें.
दे देंगे भाई.
निकालें फिर. अच्छे साइज अच्छा हो और रेट मुनासिब.
रेट मुनासिब हो, सी बकरे भी अच्छे हो सर.
ये सर दोंदा बकरा है. ये देखें.
ये दूसरा दाम दिखाना है उस तरह से. ठीक है.
दोंदा
इसके दाम देखें जी. सर देखना तो दो. हाँ ठीक है. कितने पैसे मांग रहे हैं इन दोनों के?
70,000 सर.
70,000?
जी हाँ जोड़े.
ये जरा चलाएं, जरा इसको घुमाएं फिराएं. यार इतनी क्लोज लेगा तो कैसे पता चलेगा चलते चलते. यार एक इस तरह का दूसरा निकाले ना, जो पीछे वाला लाए ना आगे वाला छोटा लग रहा है.
सर बराबर देने भाई, नहीं के बकरी देने, जोड़ा जाए.
We're still continuing with the struggle. Let's see if I'm going to get lucky. If I am going to get lucky, I think the first thing I'm going to do is say all my buys to you guys and an Eid Mubarak, and I'm going to go home and settle them down. So you have to check the ears too as well, whether the goat's injured or not. अच्छा भाई अच्छा.
ये देखें सर धुंधा.
हाँ ये धुंधा. ये तो पहले वाले ही ले आए हैं. Okay, so this is how it gets tricky. So I told them to change this one. They brought this one back again. कितने पैसे दोनों के? इसका देख लिया. ये क्या हुआ हुआ?
जी क्या?
ये इधर क्या हुआ?
रंग लगाया हुआ.
अच्छा रंग लगाया हुआ. कितने पैसे चाचा?
70,000.
यार अब तो 2 छोटे हो गए हैं.
यार छोटे नहीं बड़े बकरे हैं.
अच्छा आखिरी पैसे. डील बनानी है.
आखिरी 65,000 दे दे.
यार ऐसे ना करे यार, मैं वाकई लेने हैं भाई।
यार लेने हैं ले ले बस।
50,000 ठीक है?
नहीं 50,000 कमजोर है, कमजोर है।
50,000 कमजोर है,
कम है।
अच्छा मैं इसके बाद दूसरी बात एक ही कर सकता हूँ, जो मेरी जेब में पड़े हैं पैसे 55,000 रुपए दोनों के, अभी दो पैसे लो, बात खत्म करते हैं
यार। कुछ
जान कर दो ना, खत्म हो गई बात। अब इससे ज्यादा गुंजाइश नहीं, मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ ना, मेरी जेब
सर बकरे कम
और सर मेरी जेब में जितने उतनी दे सकते हो, देखो ठीक है। 55,000 डील डन। So Maha, I think I just got successful over here. I didn't get them for 50,000 rupees, but for 55,000, hold the mic, let me pay him the money. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so you know, one of the other festivities of Bakra Eid is that, you know, once you get your goat or once you get a cow, so you beautify them. And how do you beautify them? So we have these malas over here, and then we have these bangles, and when you shake them when they walk, you know, so they make a sound too. Plus for the cows, you know, they put it on their nose, it makes it look very colorful as well. Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम सलाम भाई।
क्या नाम है आपका?
मेरा नाम शमरेज़ खान है।
शमरेज़ भाई, लोग बहुत ज़्यादा ऐसी चीज़ें लेते हैं या कम लेते हैं आप?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बहुत लोग ले रहे हैं।
बहुत लोग ले रहे हैं
जी भाई।
तो कितने का ये एक हार?
ये इसके मुख्तलिफ रेट है, बस अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह 5-10 रुपये हमको भी मजदूरी हो जाती है, इनकी भी शौक पूरी हो जाती है।
तो ये कंगन कितने का दे रहे हैं?
ये 30 का, 40 का, 50 का मुख्तलिफ रेट है।
30 का और 40 का। ऑलराइट। और ये कहाँ से लेके आते हैं आप?
ये लाहौर से लेके आते हैं, इस्लामाबाद से,
सही है।
पिंडी से, जिधर से रेट मुनासिब मिल जाए।
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, finally we are done with whatever we had to do in Bakra Mandi. Alhamdulillah, I got lucky that, you know, I could actually purchase a goat for my own self as well, so I do not have to come back again. But as a matter of fact, I think I've given you some key focal points about how to purchase a goat or how to purchase a cow too, since I'm not an expert in camels, so that's why we didn't go to the other side. But Mr. Thomas, Dr. Saab and Maha, I think you guys have done a great job in the first half an hour as well. And you cannot eat my cable, please come over here. So, you know, they tend to bite whatever gets into their way as well. But please keep all of these things in your head. And I think you're only left with a few hours to purchase a goat. There are some people who tend to come to Bakra Mandi on the Eid first day. You can sacrifice the animal on the simultaneous 3 days, you know, continuously, Eid day 1, Eid day 2, and Eid day 3 as well. So I think this is it. It's getting a bit smelly over here, so let me wind it up for you guys, for all those people who are celebrating Eid. Congratulations to you guys. Thank you very much for watching the show as well. And Allah Pak kare ki aapki qurbani kabool ho. May Allah accept all of the sacrifices you're making. Stay blessed. Do not forget to write to us on our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of World This Morning. On Twitter, it's World This Morning without a G. On Daily Motions YouTube, it's World This Morning once again. And do not forget to tune in to PTV World tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the morning for our special e-transmission of World This Morning alongside some fabulous guests. Look after yourselves. Good morning.